Hi, Bill Doherty here, co-founder of the Doherty Relationship Institute and the creator of Discernment Counseling for couples on the brink of divorce, one leaning out, one leaning in, the dread of couples therapy. Why? Because you have somebody there who often is desperate to save the relationship. The other isn't sure they want to be in the room. Maybe they're talking to their lawyer and they're not into therapy. And it becomes a really often anxiety-provoking or frustrating experience for the therapist. What I want to tell you is that people who learn discernment counseling, which is a short-term way to work with couples to help them decide whether to do therapy or whether to divorce, and where most of the conversation occurs one-to-one. They come in together, but most of the conversation is one-to-one. Because this is set up specifically for this kind of couple, you are helping each person with their needs. And the reason why the joint work doesn't work so well is that they have very different needs. One is trying to figure out whether to walk or make one last effort to save the marriage, okay? And they're leaning towards walking. The other usually like, I want to save this and I want to work on this and I'm here for therapy, darn it. Those are very different. Those are apples and oranges, okay? Or different fruit and a vegetable. And it's very hard to meet both people's needs, to respond to both people's needs when they're in the room together. In fact, if you do too good a job with one, like you're accepting the utter ambivalence of the leaning out spouse, whether they want to stay or not, the leaning in can feel like you're undermining them. If you're trying to help the leaning in one really make their best case to work on the marriage, the leaning out one can feel like you're aligning with them. So the original insight behind the development of the discernment counseling protocol is you have people with different agendas that are at the moment not compatible. And so you talk with them separately in discernment counseling. They come in together, but you talk to them separately and you work differently with each of them. For the therapist, it is not frustrating at all. It is in fact like, I'm being helpful to each of these people with exactly where they are now. And each of those people feel that way. Okay, this therapist is working with knowing I'm ambivalent, knowing I'm leaning out. I don't have to justify that. I don't have to say, oh, I hate therapy or something like that. The other one, I'm there to help them try to save their marriage. And that's really clear. And here's the thing. Each person knows what I'm doing with the other, and they accept that. So for the therapist, discernment counseling moves you from, oh no, to okay, with a couple on the brink. And for the couple themselves, the spouses themselves, there is a container that they both feel, okay, this is a container for me, and I can get something important out of this.